Well, if you look at our 3 planks, that is youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility, this fits right in there. This is social responsibility.
When I was a child, I was raised in a household where we gave back.
I've been part of the Y since my entire life. My mom has worked at the Y in Kokomo for 35 plus years, so grew up in the YMCA, grew up passionate about the mission, and I'm excited to continue that work here in Indianapolis.
Philanthropy Live makes me feel good in my heart. I can leave this town knowing that I made an impact in somebody's life, whether it's big or small. It doesn't have to be a sophisticated impact. It can simply be in redoing the garden.
Laurelwood is a high poverty area in our community, which our intercollegiate YMCA does a great deal of work with. And so we went out there, met with the kids, met with the families, heard their stories, helped with their community garden. But really the most important part was getting to know the individuals who live out there, why what we're doing at the Y is so important to them, and how it really does benefit the students, the parents, the family members who reside in that community.
You can look at what happens to the people who we serve. They wind up being productive citizens of America, to make a long story short. So you'll see us being seen by young children who, once they find out who we are, they'll turn around and be employees of the Y, because they get that hope, and next thing you know, they got that pride, and they're well on their way to being folks like you and I.
Working for the Y, you know that you're giving back every day. You know that you're impacting your communities every day, and I thought, what a better time than to come to NAYDO and give of myself while I'm here. It's something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I knew when the opportunity arose that I was going to do it.
Food and hunger is something that goes across all boundaries. It does not matter what religion you are, how you identify. It does not matter your socioeconomic status. One of my favorite quotes from Anne Frank from her diary was, "No one has ever become poor by giving." Everybody has something that they can contribute in their time, talents, and treasures.
So this afternoon we've been working with Gleaners, and we've been putting together back sacks that go out to children in the area. A lot of these children don't have food when they go home on the weekends, and so they get the food before they go home for their families for the weekend.
The YMCA is a job that's different every day. That's what keeps me working for the Y. And the Y allows me to work with different communities, from the babies to the ones that carry AARP cards.
Philanthropy Live is really a representation of why we do the work that we do. A lot of times maybe we can get focused on what we're doing in the office and lose sight on the real impact we're making in the community, and Philanthropy Live allows that refresher for you. It allows you to go out into the community to see the impact you're having and to have a hands-on experience of why you probably got involved in Y work in the first place. And I think that's awesome for not only young professionals, but everyone who comes to NAYDO.
If we didn't have opportunities like this and we weren't able to give back, I don't even know what my mission would be in this world. So I think it's extremely important, and I feel amazing every time I get to do it. That's why I feel amazing every day I get to go to work for the YMCA.
I'd like to thank everyone who came out to volunteer with Philanthropy Live this year. I'm always impressed by YMCA professionals who, in their day job, spend all of their time serving and giving back to their communities, that you'd come out during your conference and not just spend time around the conference center or around the programs, but get out into the community here in Indianapolis and learning more about the needs and serving in a way that is so natural to you.
I want to echo Garrett's comments of thanks for all the folks who came out for Philanthropy Live today. It's a great event, as it has been for the last 8 years. Grateful for the folks that have been doing this year after year. You know, as is the case every year, this is not really about the work that gets done in Indianapolis today. It's terrific, gives people a great exposure and experience, and I think helps folks out. In this case, over my shoulder, building a community garden that'll help kids understand where cucumbers come from and what that process is. But every year it's really about hope and creating access to opportunity for more. You know, we live in a society that's just not equitable. Not everybody has adequate access to opportunity, and what the Y does here in Indianapolis and really everywhere across the country is give people the opportunity to dream, to hope, and to build a better path to success. So The small part that we're doing today for Philanthropy Live just fills in that bigger narrative, and we are really grateful at Redwoods to be a little bit of a part of your experience here at NAYDO 2019. Thank you for allowing us to participate.